So this has, even from on Buddhist point of view, Buddhist also has different schools, right? There are Indian Buddhism, for example, like you have known like 4 different schools. Each school has different ideas, of course. What really continues from this life to the next life, what came from the previous life. Of course, it is universally said is the mind, consciousness. The consciousness, because otherwise the body, of course, we all know, doesn't travel from this life to the next life. This body that I have didn't come from previous life, in previous life. So therefore, something, according to Buddhism, believing in the past life and future life, something continues. So what is it? So this universal is the mind. But then talking about the mind itself, there are different things, There is the 6th consciousness, which is universally, even within all the Buddhist schools, except the 5 sense consciousnesses, like eye consciousness, ear consciousness, and so forth. And then the 6th one is the mental consciousness. And eye consciousness and ear consciousness, we know that these are connected with the eye organ or eye faculty. So therefore, again, that doesn't travel from this life to the next life. When our body is done, finished, then also eye consciousness doesn't, exist anymore. But mental consciousness, according to all the schools, mental consciousness continues. And the mental consciousness is the one that came from past to this life, and from this life it will go to the next. So this is according to all the schools of Buddhism. But then now, if we go deeper into the Buddhist schools themselves, then there is the Hinayana or Mahayana, or maybe you can say Sharvakayana, Partika Buddhayana, and Bodhisattvayana, right? The Bodhisattvayana is also equivalent of Mahayana. So then the getting into the Mahayana per se, particularly, then it has a different interpretation of what is this mental consciousness that is traveling from this life to the next life or came from past life. They don't say, they don't accept that the 6th mental consciousness travels from this life to the next life and came from past life. They have extra 2 more kind of main minds, if you like. So in addition to the 6, then there is the afflicted mind or the defiled mind. And then the all-base consciousness or alaya vijnana in Sanskrit. So according to the Bodhisattvayana or the Mahayana, what continues from this life to next life, what came from past life, basically what is really continuing is the 8th one, the alaya vijnana or the all-base consciousness. So all-base consciousness is like a substratum. Sometimes it's also used substratum, or it's like a big container where all of the imprints of our karma goes in, basically. This is the container where keeps everything. But, it's a kind of in the form of imprint, form of, in Tibetan, it's pakcha. So that is where then, it bears fruit. Like these pakcha blossoms or matures, and then it kind of gives rise to the results of favorable results, non-favorable results, depending on, this is what it calls the positive karma, negative karma, and maybe even the neutral karma. So that's why what really continues from this life to next life, according to the Mahayana, is the alaya vijnana. But even alaya vijnana will not continue all the way to Buddhahood. But when you attain Buddhahood, then this mind, alaya vijnana, will transform. It will not kind of cease to exist, but it will transform. It will transform into one of the Buddha's wisdoms. It's called, I think, mirror-like wisdom. So this is what the Mahayana interpretation is.